Hey, good evening, guys and gals. This is Brad Varnell and the Infinite Crypto YouTube channel. And folks, I want to tell you a quick story today. There's these two boys, young men, or young boys, I should say, 8, 9, 10 years old, walking along, and they decide to go play on this pond that's frozen over in the middle of winter. And they're walking around, playing, having a good time, and all of a sudden, one of them slips through the ice and he falls down underneath the ice and he can't get back up. And his friend knows that his friend, that he's going to die if he doesn't save his life. So the other little boy goes running over to the edge of the pond, and there's this pine tree there, and this little 9-year-old boy breaks off a pretty good sized thick branch and drags it back out to the middle of the pond and gets it down to his friend, and his friend grabs onto it and he drags his friend up onto the ice. And there's these two old men that saw it happen. They were too far away to really help, but they were there and they saw it all happen. And a few minutes later, as the ambulance crews arrived, and they're taking the boy and getting him warmed up and making sure that he's okay, they're talking to themselves. And one of the old men looks at the other one and says, "Man, how did that little kid, that little scrawny 9-year-old boy, bust off that big tree limb and then drag it all the way out into the middle of the pond and save his friend's life?" And the other man looked at him and said, "Because there was nobody here to tell him that he couldn't." And folks, that metaphor is so important in life. Cryptocurrency is one of the biggest opportunities that is ever going to come in your lifetime, probably, to create wealth, especially if you're starting from a smaller amount of money or don't have, a huge investment account already, and you want to make something happen with a few $1,000s and with some consistent and persistent effort. Cryptocurrency is it. But guess what, folks? You're not lucky enough to not have a bunch of people around you telling you that it can't be done, because you probably do have people telling you, "Oh, that's too good to be true. That cryptocurrency is going to zero. That cryptocurrency fly by night, here today, gone tomorrow," and blah, 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 blah. In your own mind, you're probably thinking, "Man, that sounds too good to be true. I want to do it, but what if I lose all my money?" And you start making these stories up in your head and you think about all of these reasons why it won't work. And folks, I just want to tell you that it will work. It does work. Nothing is necessarily guaranteed in this life, but I promise you, if you really study and invest in the right projects and do the things that you're going to learn on these channels, this channel and other channels as you go along, the opportunity to create amazing freedom is here. Because folks, they say that money won't buy you happiness. And I agree to a certain extent. There's lots of people out there that got lots of stuff, lots of money, that aren't happy. But freedom can buy you happiness. I don't know that many people. They got time and money that really have control of their lives that are unhappy. I'm sure there's some out there, but this channel is designed to help you have freedom to be able to do what you want, when you want, with who you want, and how you want to do it. And I believe that that kind of freedom is so liberating that it's pretty impossible not to have a pretty darn good life. So with that, folks, thank you for spending a couple of minutes with me tonight. I hope that story, has some value for you. And folks, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe to me if this is the first time you've seen the channel. And I'm going to be back in a couple of hours with a great video on a couple of different cryptocurrencies. So God bless. I appreciate you, and I will see you again soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.